Hello everyone and welcome to another Keep Safe on the Net video on YouTube. Robert Dosier tells me he likes music, including symphonies. He also told me, or at least he told my alter ego Celia, that he's stationed in Kabul. He got straight to the point, telling Celia, "I'm from North Carolina, USA, but currently stationed to work here in Kabul, Afghanistan on a peacekeeping mission. I'm a military personnel, I work as a soldier." He went on to tell her, "I'm widower with one kid. I lost my wife a few years ago." "I'm sorry about that," said Celia. "How old is your kid?" "My son Fred is 13 years old," he said. And then asked, "Can I get your email address for us to continue this conversation in Hangouts?" Scammers will often ask you to move to Hangouts or WhatsApp because they know that Facebook is likely to delete their fake profile as soon as someone makes a complaint. As soon as they got onto Hangouts, he started flattering Celia, saying, "Hello, beautiful Celia. Is your friend Robert Facebook? Your friend from Facebook." Our man then developed a case of what I've come to call the copy and pastes. I don't think there's any cure for it. You just have to let it run its course. Although it is quite fun to copy and paste a sentence or two of what they've said into Google to see where they got it from. In this case, a couple of fake profiles on a dating website. I'm not going to read what he said, because I've told you most of it anyway. If you want to read it, just pause the video, and I apologise to any visually impaired viewers. They exchanged a few pleasantries, and then he said to Celia, "Since I lost my wife, she died of cancer, I have been single, and I am ready to start a new life with a new love." "I'm sorry about your wife," said Celia. "It must be hard being so far away from your son and being on your own." And then he went back into copy and paste mode, saying, "I would like us to chat sometime. I am really interested in you, and I really would like to know more about you. I really would like us to ask more questions about each other. In that way, we can learn so much from each other. Maybe someday we could get to see if God would want that. What do you think? I would like to know what you do during your free time. What kind of food do you like? I really would love to know everything about you." You probably won't be hugely surprised to know that that also came from a fake profile on a dating website. I don't write scripts for these videos. I say what comes into my head as I go along. And you know, if you've watched previous videos, that I like to add a question. The question for this video wrote itself as soon as our man sent his list of what he likes to do in his free time. This was also copied and pasted, of course, and he said, "My free time, I love to travel. I enjoy different types of concerts, other times symphonies. I am a music lover. I like to listen to a lot of music. I'm looking for someone who is honest, understanding, real and caring. I do not want to fall in love and later regret ever dating or being lied to. I think if people should know the reason of dating or getting married, there wouldn't be a reason to divorce. You should not marry someone who doesn't have any feelings for you or love and understand you. Caring is also important." Ooh, a symphony-loving music lover. If you knew the real me, you'd know that that was a red rag to a bull. Celia had told our man that she lives in Durham. So she said, "Oh my goodness, I love classical music too. I often go to concerts in our beautiful cathedral here in Durham, or I did before COVID. Who are your favourite composers?" And that, of course, is the question for this video. Who are our man's favourite composers? I'll give you a little time to think about it before I spoil it by giving you the answer. And I'll bet you didn't get it. If you did, leave a comment down below. Ed Sheeran. Then he asked Celia what kind of man she was looking for. So she told him, and then he started to tell her about himself. He said, "I am a very simple person with lots of love, and I love a woman with the sense of humour which I found in you. I love life to the fullest with my partner in my happy side. I am an independent man with good working condition and planing. I do not smoke, but at some point I take drinks. I need a woman of understanding, a woman I can call my own. I want to spend the rest of my life with someone who is friendly, honest, caring and trustworthy and God-fearing, because in God I always trust." I guess there are times when you shouldn't write things yourself, and you should copy and paste. Then for a while he went back to the usual scammer small talk, I've been thinking about you with love all day, my love. Yes, my love, I can't imagine now how lucky I have been in life. I have met the love of my life. I will always cherish her. I love you. Kiss, 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 kiss. Celia asked if he was allowed leave to come and see her, and he said, I want to be waking up in your arms every morning. Celia asked again. She said, you didn't tell me. Are you allowed leave to come and see me? And he said, I can only leave here after my retirement. But I prayed I live here alive. Oh, so do I, said Celia. When will you retire? Hoping to retire very soon, my love, he said. Followed by, I just hope to retire from here, my love. I will meet my colleague to share the information of our to leave here with me after my morning fit training tomorrow, because his friend left here last week without retirement. Celia didn't bother to try and understand that, and just said, How exciting! Do let me know what he says. To which he replied, I will let you know, my love. I hope I leave this dangerous war zone and come to you soon, my love. Then he went back to scammer small talk, some that he'd written himself, and some that I imagine he'd copied and pasted. Can I be the love of you're the one who will rest your herd on his shoulder to feel like the beautiful woman you are? Followed by, I hope you slept like a queen last night. Now please wake up like a star and rule my world for one more day. Good morning, my beautiful queen, heart, heart. The next day, he said, I will take my troops for patrol later by 6 p.m. my time, but I am right here in my office, sending report to our base in NC. And then started sending another flurry of flattering messages, finishing with, in your heart I want to be for the rest of my life. So Celia asked, have you told your son about us? He carried on, he was in lovey-dovey mode, and said, let me love you and make you feel like the beautiful queen you are. And then added, yeah, I've sent him an email to let him know about your presence in our life, but he has not yet replied. I believe he will respond by weekend due to his studies. This is another technique that scammers often use. They will tell you that they've emailed their child or children to tell them about you, and then claim that their child wants to talk to you. So they will ask if their child can email you, and then you'll start receiving emails from the fake children, telling you how nice it is to have a new mum or a new dad. This scammer wasn't about to ask for money straight away. He wanted to try and make sure that he'd really snared his victim. So for the next few days, he carried on sending lovey-dovey messages. You are my day and my night, my sky, my moon, my stars and my sun, my every breath. All the stars in the galaxy cannot come close to quantifying my immense love for you. Good morning, my queen. Then he started grooming his victim to feel upset and scared for him. He said, it's okay, I'm so sad and scared here. I just came from patrol, not quite long. Text me when you're here, my love. And here we go with the serious sob story. I think this is one of the more experienced scammers. Celia said, what's happened? And he said, I'm scared because I don't who is the next. She said, is there anything I can do to help you? He said there was an attack today on our back from patrol. Today I lost 2 of my men and 3 others injured. They're currently in the medical department receiving treatment now. Oh my goodness, said Celia. That's just so awful. I'm crying for you now. When can you get out of there? He said, babe, I met with my colleague as I told you about yesterday because his friend left here through this same retirement process. And he gave me some information on how to leave here and get my retirement gratuities and goodwill of serving the nation. Oh, that's such good news, said Celia. Did he tell you what you have to do? Yes, babe, he did. He told me I have to get a trusted person who will apply for my retirement by contacting the general, who is our superior here, via his personal email for him to grant me my retirement certificate. Oh, I can do that for you, Celia said. Give me his email address and I'll ask him right now for you. We have to get you out of there. Oh, babe, you're given reason to joyful again. You are indeed my God sent. Babe, give me some time to look for the general email. I will go and look for it now. I have to go and meet my colleague. So Celia emailed the general and asked him what she needed to do to get her boyfriend's retirement certificate. He wrote back and said, good day, madam. I appreciate your courage to write to me. Firstly, I want you to know what you're requesting from me is difficult because your boyfriend, Major Robert Dosier, is a unit head here and he is very active on duty. But I will see what I can do to help him get back home to you and his son. But you have to know that the only way out right now will result to money. What a surprise. I knew he was going to ask me for money. Because I need to get his replacement, a soldier that will replace him here from our base in Fort Bragg, North Carolina, since he is not retired yet, and his retirement certificate also have to be processed here before he can leave to enable him get his retirement gratuities and goodwill of serving the nation as soon as he gets to our base in Fort Bragg, NC. If you want me to start the process, it will cost the sum of $3,700. Write back to get the information on how you can make the payment. Celia, of course, wrote back and asked what she needed to do. And the scammer replied, "Good day, madam. Please listen and follow this few steps to make payment. I want you to locate the nearest post office to you, get an envelope and package the money inside without letting anyone know the content and mail it to the address below. We will be given a receipt at the post office which contains the tracking number. You need to take a picture of the receipt and send back to me as soon as the payment is made. Below is the address you have to mail the cash to. As soon as the parcel is received, your boyfriend, Major Robert Dosier, will be allowed to leave here as soon as possible." And he gave the address of a money mule in the States. These money mules receive these packages and pass them on to colleagues of the scammers. While she was waiting for the general to reply, Celia pulled a trick on our scammer. Our man in Kabul was actually in Accra in Ghana. The following morning, our man wrote to Celia, "You wake up with no worries and begin your day like a superwoman prepared to win all the time. Good morning, beautiful." Celia, meanwhile, had been thinking about what to do next. Usually, once the scammers ask for money, she, as in I, just ghosts them and stops talking to them. But she decided to continue. She said, "Darling, your general is a dishonest thief. He's trying to get me to bribe him. Can you believe it? He's asked me to put cash in an envelope and send it to his girlfriend in the US. Really, he has. I need to pay the real amount to the US Army. I need to message his superior officer so he can tell me what I really need to do. Don't tell your general, and don't believe anything he says, darling." Our man didn't like that, of course. He said, "Hello, darling. Babe, don't talk like that. My general is an honest man who's trying to help me leave this dangerous war zone. He has so many others through this midst. The general is the superior here." Celia said, "Well, there's no way on earth I'm sending cash in an envelope to his girlfriend. That isn't honest. I don't care what you say. I need a proper way to pay the US Army, so he'd better come up with something." They carried on arguing for a while, with our man desperately trying to get Celia to send the money as she'd been asked. Finally, realising that Celia simply wasn't going to put cash in an envelope and send it to his money mule in the States, our man said, "OK, babe, you have to write to the general that you are not comfortable with the payment form to if he has another way of payment. Talk to me, darling, please." "OK," she said, "I'll email him." He said, "I have already seen you, and I living together, my love. Please do try your best for us, please. I can't wait to leave this dangerous way zone and come home to you, my love." Celia had had enough of the dishonest general by then, so she wrote to him and said, "General Miller, sir, you are trying to bribe me. I will not send cash in an envelope to your girlfriend. If this persists, I will have to report you to your commanding officer, and I will. I need to know two things. A. How much is the real cost of my boyfriend's retirement certificate? And don't give me any more expletive about it being $3,700. That's clearly you asking for a bribe. B. A proper way to pay the US Army, not your girlfriend. Don't be an idiot, because if I report you to your commanding officer, you will lose your job and get a dishonourable discharge." "That's telling him, Celia. You let him have it. I'm sure he's quaking in his boots." The general wrote back, "Good day, madam. I write to let you know that I am the commanding general here in Kabul, Afghanistan. I decide what happens here. I can never involve a girlfriend to my job, which I am doing for the United States and United Nations, UN. Well, the payment details I gave you at first was a US agent who will directly take your money to the base and apply for a replacement for your boyfriend, Major Robert Dosier, while I continue with his retirement certificate here in Kabul, Afghanistan. But if that is not confidential to you, you can proceed the payment of $3,700 to the below address. And he gave the full name and bank details of a money mule. Celia has now stopped talking to him. I imagine that our scammer will carry on playing the heartbroken lover for a day or so. They usually do. And one day, that's going to be another video. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please like it, please share it, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again in another Keep Safe on the Net video on YouTube.